On this video, I will cover 7 reasons at why Utah may not be the right place for you. I think it's a great place to live, but it's not for everyone. So let's cover topics like the people, the politics, the wildlife, the weather, and these things. Oh yes, we're getting after it right now. Welcome to the Living in Utah channel. I'm Mike Gallagher. I'm a local real estate agent right here in the local area. And if this is your first time to my channel, we talk everything about the state of Utah, eating, sleeping, drinking, playing. You may consider tapping that subscribe button down below and hitting that bell notification, and you'll receive an alert every time I release a new video. And that's every week. And apart from doing videos, we also help people buy or sell real estate right here in the local area, and we absolutely love it. So if I can be of any assistance, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, days, nights, weekends. We got your back when moving to the U state. Coming in number 1 on my list, people are nice. Let's say you're on the side of the road and you get a flat tire. Somebody will probably stop by and give you a helping hand. I've seen many times people will move into a home. The neighbors will come over, help them unpack, unload the truck. Something happened just the other day. I was in one of the major hardware stores, one of the big chains, and I was leaving, and there was a man that had bought 4x8 sheets of wood, and he was trying to load them in his pickup truck. It was 90 degrees outside, very warm. I stopped, gave him a hand, but I wasn't the only one. As soon as I started giving a helping hand, somebody had just arrived at the store. They came over to also lend a hand to load the man's pickup truck. It's what we do in Utah. We help each other out. Coming in at number 2 on why you may not want to move to the state of Utah, Utahns take their politics seriously. There's a lot of very strong conservative Republicans in the state. Now, we do have some Democrats, but for the most part, Utah is a Republican state. We have voted Republican for many, many years. Now, we are pretty moderate, but there are some people that are not afraid to tell you what their political beliefs are. There's a statement that flows around the state I've heard many times. Actually, in my comments, you'll see it posted many times. It says, "Don't California my Utah." And what they mean by this is, you're welcome to move to the state of Utah, but don't bring the California politics and beliefs with you. Leave them at the border. Coming at number 3 on the list, Utahns love their guns. Yes, these things. Oh, I know what you're thinking. That's an assault rifle. Mike's crazy. He's a nut job. Quick, turn off the video. Well, I do not consider this an assault rifle because this particular gun is not an AR-15. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 22, and we use this for recreational fun. It takes these wee little bullets, 22 caliber bullets, not the big AR-15 bullets. This gun we have purely for recreation. I know it's hard for some people to believe, but we enjoy shooting guns. I take the kiddos up to the farm, we get out some targets, and we have some friendly competition. So it's not uncommon to see people in Utah with gun collections. Some people like to collect artwork. People in Utah like to collect guns. Me personally, not really an artwork collector, but I do like to get a hold of the occasional gun. I call it collecting a piece of history. For example, I've got this item. This is a Russian rifle. Very old. It's an M91. All complete. Do I go out and fire this item? No. I keep it as a piece of history. It probably could fire. I'd have to take it to a gunsmith first of all to make sure it is safe, but I bought it purely to collect it, keep it in great condition, hand it down generation after generation. I've got many other items same way. A German Luger, an old Smith & Wesson handgun. They have been handed down for generations after generations. So people in Utah like to collect guns. Coming in number 4 on the list, I call this one, the wildlife is no joke. You know, people see photos and videos of wildlife in Utah. Well, I'm here to tell you it's real. Now, if you're living in Salt Lake City, Provo, Ogden, St. George area, you may not experience much wildlife. But once you travel to the rural areas or the mountain areas, there's plenty of wildlife to see. After all, Utah is known for its fantastic hunting and fishing. So don't be surprised if you see elk, bear, turkeys, deer. And if this wildlife makes you nervous, this may not be the place for you. Coming in number 5 on my list, I'm going to call this one Utah's weather. You can divide the state in half, the north and the south. The weather situation is different. In southern Utah, the disadvantage would be the extreme heat during the summer months. 110-degree days is not unusual. But during the winter months, you typically receive no snow. Now, when I say that, I do get a lot of criticism. People tell me all the time, it does snow in St. George, Mike. You're totally wrong. It does snow in St. George, but it's not what I consider snow. You get a light dusting. Few hours later, it's all melted away. Now in northern Utah, it's a little bit different. You get a true 4 seasons, but it does receive snow. Now your snow levels will depend on where you live. If you live along the valley floor, areas like Provo, Salt Lake City, Ogden, you will receive less snow than the mountain towns. Park City, Heber City, Eden, Huntsville, Liberty. Due to the higher elevation, they receive more snow. Now, statewide, we are a low humidity area. Coming in number 6 on my list, I'm going to call this one government involvement. If you need the government to come in and tell you how to do things or to assist you, Utah may not be the place for you. Let me give you an example. Over the last couple years, mask mandate. Utah was very slow in adopting any kind of regulations, and those regulations were rarely enforced. Let me tell you a story that happened to me. I had some people in from California, and they had their masks with them. They were used to the California policy that was in effect. We went to an open house, walked up to the door, and there was a sign on the door. Masks required. I did not have my mask on me, so I figured when I walk in the door, I will ask for one and I will comply with their sign. Got no problem with that. But as soon as I walked in the door, the agent on duty had no mask. So I did not ask for a mask. That is how things went during COVID in the state of Utah. And businesses during COVID, well, the government basically let it up to individual businesses to have their own policy. If you want a mask mandate in your business, then it was up to you to pretty much establish it and enforce it. If you wanted to let people just walk in your building with no mask or no requirement, that was up to the individual business owner. It reminds me of the late Ronald Reagan. He had a famous statement that said, the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. In Utah, we believe that the people should be able to take care of themselves and make decisions on what's best for themselves and their families. Small government instead of large government. So if there are things that were done in another state in a certain way and you would like to change them in the state of Utah, it might be hard to get those changes established. Coming in at number 7 on my list, going to label this one reputation. Remember, we are still a small state. When you compare our population to some of the larger states like California, Texas, Arizona, we still are a small state. And in this state, your reputation means everything. So if you come here and you want to take advantage of people or to scam people, these Ponzi schemes or these investment scams, just remember that we're still a small state and news travels very fast. And your reputation can make or break you. When these scams occur, they usually hit the local newspapers or the local TV stations. Then it makes it hard to run a business or to seek employment. So in conclusion, that's my 7 reasons of why Utah may not be the perfect state for you. If you have any kind of questions, by all means, reach out to me. Glad to answer anything that I can. Till the next video, take care and stay safe.